Hey there, hot messes. Welcome to Success of a Hot Mess. I'm Stacey Isaacs. We're going to dive into candid conversations about conquering challenges, embracing our unique selves, and finding success in the beautiful mess of it all. Welcome to another episode of Success of a Hot Mess podcast, brought to you by workinjuryrights.com. I have the exciting opportunity this morning to have Evan Golden in the studio today. Evan is a man of many talents, and I asked you, what exactly is your title? And I think you couldn't actually tell me.
No, my mom's been asking me for like 45 years, like, what do you do for a living? What is your title? Well, first and foremost, I just try to spread golden energy and vibes, because that's where you got to start, is your inner self and just spreading good energy to people, positivity, the power of positivity. So let's just start there, the inward being. That's who kind of I am as a person.
Yes, I can tell that. Now, were you like that as a child?
I definitely was. If we want to go all the way back, I think that my personality definitely shined before anything. I think you have to just kind of, I guess they say I have that gift of gab. I don't know. I was a chubby kid, so I had to use like my personality to kind of like get things in life. I wasn't getting anything with my baby fat body.
But I don't know. It says you were like a
tennis. I was going way back.
Tennis champion, this and that.
I'm teasing. Yeah, so if we want to go way back, I definitely started out playing competitive tennis.
Well, let's go a little further back. You are born and raised in Parkland?
Born and raised in South Florida. I was born in Plantation Hospital. I moved to Parkland when I was 3 years old. I was probably like the first kid to ever grow up in this city. It's changed a lot since then. So,
were you delivered by Dr. J. Cohen?
Gosh, I'll have to ask my mom about that. I will find out who the delivery was.
Just because my daughter Reese, who she was born at Plantation General.
Wow.
Back to you, though.
Yeah, so I'm a true Florida boy, in and out. I love South Florida. I love Florida as a whole. I don't think I've ever really left it here. I went to Orlando for college, and I've been living here my whole life. To me, it's paradise. So I'm very blessed to be living here. I think everyone says that cliche, we live where people vacation. It's absolutely true. There's something to do every single night, from West Palm to Miami, a charity event, a fashion show, film festival, premiere. You can never say you're bored in South Florida, right?
Right. So I was reading a little about you. So were you a child actor?
So I was not a child actor, believe it or not. My first passion, like in high school, was actually like broadcasting. I did like the WMSD school news for the high school news at Douglas. So I always liked broadcasting and journalism, and that was kind of where I was headed. Was I interned at Channel 10 News. I was going to be a reporter, and I think my offer out of college was like $17,000 a year for a 3-year contract, and I was like, oh, maybe this is not all that it's meant to be if I want to have a family and a house and all that stuff. So I had to kind of change my trajectory going into reporting. And besides that, it was kind of like doom and gloom, because like my stories were like dog bites, murders, like it was just like all the bad things happening in Florida. They say if it bleeds, it leads. So they really only cover kind of negative things. So
right.
I kind of turned away from the local news, and then I worked with a producer, and about almost 15 years ago, we started something called Eye on South Florida, where we just cover the good things going on in South Florida. I just thought there was a void in that, so it's nice to share all the great things happening. So I kind of do that as like a little passion project, as a little hobby. But I wasn't a child actor. I kind of got into the entertainment business through like serendipity. MTV was having a huge casting call.
In Florida, I feel like we get no opportunities.
That's not true. I want to dispel that, because I think you could be a big fish in a little pond here in Florida, and there are a lot of castings going on here in Miami Beach, throughout Miami. A lot of it is Latin or international, but I mean, I went on those auditions. If you have brown hair, brown eyes, you could pass for any ethnicity. So I want to dispel that. Florida is a great place for music videos. There's so much great modeling. I mean, people are being discovered on Miami Fashion Week, Miami Swim Week. I mean, these are big shows with lots of press and media, and they're casting a lot of local models.
It's good to know, because my one daughter is a model, and then the other one's a dancer, and music videos would be great, but
absolutely,
it feels like there's kind of a lack of opportunities.
You know what? I think a lot of it sometimes is pre-casted. So like, hey, we're filming a movie down here, but it's only, all the principal roles have been casted for. Okay. So there's some background stuff. I think and this has kind of been always my motto, is you just kind of have to knock on every door of opportunity, but knock on it harder. I mean, there's always going to be competition. You're going to go on audition. There's going to be other people there. What are you going to do to separate yourself from the competition? How are you going to leave a memorable mark? What are you going to do to stand out differently? You really have to be fearless. You have to have thick skin. I've heard the word no, and I've been rejected by more than anyone in this world, whether it's by a girl I liked, whether a job I was auditioning for, a gig. So to me, I welcome the word no, and I'd be mad if I didn't try, because to me, even if you're not right for that audition, I think you should always go for it, because that writer or that casting say, hey, I have a project I'm doing next month. You might be perfect for it. So you could create your own doors of opportunity. But to go back to how I kind of broke into the entertainment industry, my sister and her friends, I was driving, they were all young, and they say, hey, MTV's casting for this new show. Can you take all my friends there?
What was the show?
It was MTV went to Summer in the Keys for all of like 2001. I don't know if you remember, like they used to, for a whole summer, MTV would go to they would go to Mexico, or they go to Keys, or they go to...
I remember Real World.
Okay, so you remember that reality show.
Yeah.
So they did they were filming all these shows in Key West for the summer. I took all the girls, and there was tons of good looking girls there. There was tons of models there. I was like the only token white guy there. And it was just weird. I ended up talking to the guys while I was waiting for them. And he's like, why don't you audition? We need actually a token white guy for the show called Do Moves Really Matter. We want to see that you're not the best dancer, but the dance moves really matter. So I was on this like dancing dating show with Carmen Electra.
Is there evidence of that?
There is.
If I look, okay.
I will send a link to your producer. I had the blonde streaks through the cap. I had it all back then.
And were you like college age at the time?
Yeah, I was college. I was like 20 years old at the time. I did that gig. I got booked on that. Then they welcomed me onto the Mandy Moore show. So I did like 3 MTV segments right there, and I kind of just got the bug, and I was hooked. And
were these paid?
They were all paid gigs. It was awesome. I was working probably like, I'm saying 17, 18-hour days, and I wouldn't complain once, because it was just like the energy, the vibe, the lights, the camera. I mean, obviously it doesn't hurt when Carmen Electra is next to you, and like DJ Scribble. So right then and there, I was like, wow, I love this. You know, this was work to me, and I loved it. So after that, I grabbed some agents. I got into the industry, and I wasn't like a true thespian. I'm not like a stage, like Broadway actor, but I like performing. I like entertaining. I like hosting. And I feel that wherever my assets could be used, my agent was trying to push me. And he called me with this crazy idea that Ivana Trump was having a reality show called Ivana Young Man. And they were looking for a single bachelor in Florida. They wanted someone in Florida, Chicago, New York. Somehow I got picked to be on that reality show.
And this is obviously before your beautiful wife, Nikki.
Believe it or not, I was dating my wife at the time of that reality show. I was acting on it. So she let me go on the show.
You were one of those guys on it.
But you know what? She saw through it, and she knew I wasn't sincere, and unfortunately, I was not picked. But I made the final 2. I'll spoil it if you haven't seen the show. But I made the final 2. I was fighting for airtime, not love. So to me, I kind of won in that show. Right. But I've done so many things in entertainment. It's truly a passion of mine, and I want to prove that you can do things here in Florida. I've met so many amazing directors, producers. I could name drop them if we want, but there's a lot of people making independent films here, entering them in film festivals. There's fashion shows. So there is acting and modeling available in Florida. You have to be aggressive, and you have to be professional. That's the biggest thing. You'll see people just come to auditions not prepared. They don't have their headshot. They don't maybe know their lines. They're not wearing what they should be wearing. And that's what's given Florida kind of a bad taste in the entertainment talent industry. But be a professional, and you'll see that the casting directors will recognize that, notice that, and then pitch you to their client.
That's interesting. So you and I share that love of entertaining. I actually was so into the show Big Brother that I wanted to be a contestant, and I made it through like the first round, and then I don't know, not on the show, but to be on the show. And then I got cut because they thought I was going on it like to try to promote a music career, which really I probably was.
Okay.
Yeah, but
do you still have those aspirations and dreams by any chance?
To go on Big Brother, I feel like I would get kicked off immediately. Like my personality might rub people wrong.
I don't know. I think they might keep you around. Well, I will tell you an inside secret that my best friend, my fraternity brother, is the head casting director, Jesse Tannenbaum, for Big Brother, Amazing Race, and Survivor. He calls me weekly. Golden, who do you got for me? So I'm constantly sending him people if you want to do it.
Well, if you want to send them the oldest woman to ever be on Big Brother. But at the time I was in my 20s. But that's interesting because one of my college friends, also Jordan Kranis is his name. He also is maybe executive producer. I don't know.
I'm sure they know each other. We could call them after this and see.
Yeah.
They're friends. Well, you are made for TV. Look, I think you guys all know the host here. She's got the triple threat: the brains, the beauty, and the talent. So I mean,
there's no brains. No,
well,
I'm
you're
just
a lawyer.
kidding.
I mean, you passed your bar exam. Don't you?
Well,
are you licensed in 2 different states? Come
I
on,
am.
girl.
That's true. That's true. Well, let's pivot a little bit.
Sure.
You do have something to do with the legal arena.
Absolutely. So yeah, we do have to transition a little bit. So there's 2 local attorneys in South Florida. They actually went to Terravelle. They grew up in Coral Springs. Russell and Ted Berman. They own the Berman Law Group, a personal injury law firm. And when I was working for Terry Bradshaw, I was doing some producing at the time with Terry Bradshaw. The show was getting a lot of popularity, and they wrote me saying, hey, we're looking to start a sports entertainment division within our law firm. Can we set up a meeting? We had a couple meetings, and the show was kind of on its way out with Terry Bradshaw, and I ended up joining the law firm to kind of oversee their marketing and their sports entertainment division. And what really was drawn to me about that law firm was the fact that they give back. And to me, that's one of my biggest things in my life. I'm blessed. I'm fortunate to live such a, I've both of my parents, my in-laws are still alive, my kids are healthy, and I've hosted so many charity events. You see these kids with pediatric cancer and just debilitating diseases and living with pain. And when you realize how lucky and fortunate you are, when you can give back to the less fortunate, it's just a calling. So they have 2 nonprofits that I oversee. They have the Berman Family Foundation, which just helps local and smaller nonprofits that need awareness, that need help with events like the Unicorn Children's Foundation or Parkland Buddies or SOS Kids. So many smaller nonprofits,
Right.
not the United Ways, not the Red, that really could use help. So we spend a lot of time, effort, and monetary funds to help get them sponsors, help get them donors, help them do events. So that's one aspect, the Berman Family Foundation within the law group. Such a great cause.
So hold on. So
Yes.
I have seen like you'll be posting about an event. You'll get like a Real Housewife of New York or something. Is that what you do?
Yeah, I kind of have I guess I have like a methodology for a successful event. I always try to bring in a celebrity. I think it's just a good X factor to kind of bring some extra people in. They want to meet them. It will help get buzz, will help get media. And then I always attach a charity to an event because people want to give back, support a good cause, feel meaningful to go to that, and then tie in that all with networking and marketing. So if you kind of have those 3 elements, to me, it's usually a very successful event. The firm is very committed to the community as their trademark, and I kind of have the role of making sure we are committed to the community by hosting a lot of networking events, charity events, which we constantly do. We're starting to plan our turkey giveaway now, a big Halloween fundraiser we're doing. So constantly just doing fun events. I mean, I have the privilege of kind of spending the Berman bucks from a marketing standpoint.
Right. Yeah, you're doing the fun stuff.
Yeah,
totally
I don't do
agree.
any of the law stuff, but they're very successful at what they do.
And they're twins?
2 twin attorneys, and I've seen them do amazing things for people that have been injured because I could just break it down pretty simple for you. You look at the pandemic and where we're at, and you look at the business climate. I mean, people and businesses were struggling.
Right.
It's a known fact. So there's a lot of law firms out there that might be representing a client, and an insurance company offers them $20,000, $30,000. Their hand is out ready to shake because they need that cash flow. Fortunately, our law firm has been so successful. We have a proven track record, and we've stayed kind of on course where we don't have to deviate off of our plan, and that means we're never going to settle for less. So to me, I feel so good about sending any of my friends or family or potential clients to them because I know they're going to fight for them for policy limits, because there's so many law firms out there, like I said, that they're just starving for cash.
Yeah.
That's your offer? Deal. Here's your check, client. Meanwhile, that client just left X on the table, where I know a law firm like this is going to fight till the end. And if the insurance company's not going to settle, they're going to go to court. They have you got to see this. If we get edited in there, they have a state-of-the-art courtroom that is just magnificent.
Like a mock
It's
courtroom.
a mock courtroom. They use
Okay.
it for mock trials. They use
Yeah.
it for preparation for trials. But it's a beautiful courtroom. We actually filmed a TV show in there that's going to be coming out soon, where it's kind of an interesting show. It's called it's a court show, but the jurors are all celebrities, and they're the ones.
That's fun.
So it's usually you have a celebrity judge. This is going to be the jurors are all made up of celebrities like Brandy Roderick, and we have a comedian and Kato Kalin. So this is going to be a funny show that we're producing right now in the courtroom. But a lot of people rent it out and use it. We've had a lot of schools that have trial courtroom teams come in there. So it's a great feature. But that's kind of what separates Berman Law Group from a lot of law firms, and it's very important because at the end of the day, you're going to need that you're going to need that financial settlement, whether you're out of work, whether you're medical bills, injuries. So you need a law firm that's going to make sure that they're going to fight for you to give you the biggest amount possible. So feel great about working there. Obviously, you never want anyone to get hurt or injured in an accident, but if they are, they know that there's a great firm right in their own backyard that will fight for them. So it's nice to be a part of that, and nice to see them help people that are injured do the negligence, of someone else.
And didn't you literally just have a ribbon cutting?
We did. So we're growing and expanding like crazy, which is such a blessing. And we do that because of our track record and how we operate. So we just opened up a beautiful office right in Coral Springs, University Drive. We're like right across from Trader Joe's in that big 6-story glass building. It's all redone and renovated. So it's really beautiful. And we've had so many employees from Springs and Parkland and Coconut Creek and Tamarack, Margate, Fort Lauderdale. Not easy to kind of trek all the way to some of our headquarters. We have 2 offices in Boca. We're saving them almost 2 hours a day in commute to get more work done for the clients. So that's why we opened up the Coral Springs office. So it's a great firm to be a part of. I'm proud to be a part of it because how much they give back. So it's a fun organization to be a part of. And a lot of the stuff they do doesn't really always make the social medias or the posts. Like even just last week, me and one of the owners, he's like, hey, come take a ride with me. I'm like, where are we going? He just drove me to a place where they have dogs that are being sheltered, and we made a donation. We walked them, we brought them some toys and treats. He's like, don't film or post any of this.
Really?
And that's just like the type of people they are.
Right.
So I like to surround myself with people like that. I like to work with people that are good people, good humans. So it was the right alignment for me. I've been there over a decade now, and to me, it's a career. I don't see myself going anywhere just because of all the elements that we get to do. And I just see so many people's lives that we've made, giving them so many careers, and they could support their families. So to me, that's like such a blessing.
Yeah, I was talking to a lawyer yesterday who also had a similar story about giving back, and he feels it's his obligation, having grown up here, to give back. And I really love that and what the Berman Group is doing, because it dispels the myth that we're all just ambulance chasers.
I agree. Yeah, I think, look, attorneys have a bad rap until you need one, and then they fight.
Exactly,
oh, wow,
like cops.
I agree. Absolutely.
Until you need one.
Absolutely. So to me, it's a really great organization. Shameless plug, if you are injured or in an accident, certainly call Berman Law Group. Free consultations. I don't know if people know exactly how it works. It doesn't cost you any money to work with a personal injury law firm.
Yeah, or workers' comp.
Exactly. So firms and attorneys like that, they just take a percentage of what they're going to recover for you. And at the end of the day, they want to recover the most because they want money too. So it's a win-win situation. I just want to make sure viewers understand how that works. It's important. A lot of people are like, oh, I don't want an attorney. And
what's it going to cost me?
People make a lot of mistakes of trying to handle it themselves. Yeah. And I feel bad. They're like, oh, can I hire you now? I'm like, sorry, you already signed. Like you already signed the check. So it's like, unfortunately, like we can't go back and open up a case.
Right.
So they're a very, very hardworking law firm. These guys work hard, they play hard. I can never beat them in the office. I never could leave before them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and but they're that dedicated and they're hardworking. And I think because they realize what they're doing for people that need them. When you see someone that injured and can't go to work and their bills are piling up, it's like, wow, here's my angel and my hero to kind of save me in this horrible, horrible situation.
Right. So let me understand what they do. So they have a department that's sports entertainment.
Yes. So we have a lot of different divisions within the law firm. At the end of the day, the owners are still entrepreneurs, so they're always creating different businesses. One of our clients is Fred Taylor, who has a very successful podcast. Maybe we could somehow merge you guys, called The Pivot. And that's hosted by Fred Taylor, Ryan Clark, and Shannon Crowder. So Fred Taylor's our client. We just started a new energy drink with him called Pivot. So now we're doing a Pivot energy drink. One of our clients is Larsa Pippen. So this is all under our sports entertainment division. Hopefully you know Larsa from the Real Housewives of Miami.
Obviously.
You guys kind of look similar, but you're more beautiful. Don't tell her I said that. Don't take that as an insult.
No.
She's very gorgeous.
Yes. Larsa was also naturally gorgeous like 20 years ago.
Look, you get hooked with some of the work and you can't stop. I'm not going to talk about anyone's physical appearances because she's so nice on the inside. And we just created for her the Larsa Light, which is this new innovative selfie light that attaches right to your phone.
I love that.
All the women need cool lights.
Yeah.
I'm sick of seeing these bad dark pictures. So this light is really cool, has a mirror and everything on it. So that's now available as well. So the firm creates a lot of products, a lot of businesses. If our clients are interested in a venture, we'll always entertain that. And if it's something interested, maybe we can invest in it and actually have that come to reality. So
they take profits from cases, I guess, and reinvest it.
Yeah, I mean, I think they have multiple streams of revenue, whether it's through real estate, whether it's through obviously the law firm and other investments. I think that wherever they're pulling their cash flow in, they have opportunities to support and delve into other ventures, which they do frequently. You know, they tried a magazine, which was pretty cool. We tried to make like a 2025 futuristic magazine with all QR codes and scanning. It tried to still bring back the physical paper, but kind of make it 21st century. So we tried that angle. I think it was a success. I think it was just a lot of time and effort where the money value wasn't there. So I think we're always willing to try things and explore things and see what works. We opened up a new law firm called 10X Law, which is going to help people nationwide. I know they're involved in different types of funding. So there's always different aspects. I think any businessman, or at least people, entrepreneurs, always tell you can't just have one area of cash flow or revenue coming in. It's always nice to have multiple areas of revenue.
Yeah, I agree. We're trying to expand into California now.
Yeah, I think as long as you guys could work in any state, I think you can do it. I think you guys could co-counsel with other attorneys as well and stuff like that. How's that work?
No, David's going to take the bar.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Hold on. Someone's delivering something at my door.
Okay, yeah.
Edit this out. All right. All right, so your hubby's taking the bar and floor. He's going back to study. God, that sounds like a nightmare.
I know, and I said, maybe I should take it too, so then we at least have, if somebody fails, But
I think I would have been a great lawyer, just a horrible law student. I mean, after college, I just was cashed out. I always had that ambition. I think it was from watching My Cousin Vinny a lot, but I had that dream of like being a lawyer, but I was done with school once I was with my bachelor's.
Yeah, it's a lot of reading and doing it now. And he's actually literally your age. He's about 3 weeks older than you.
Well, I wish him the best of luck. He might need a lot of Adderall. I'm just kidding. I don't know how he's going to go back and do that, but good luck.
All kings were born in October. So
hey, how'd you know about that?
I saw it on your social media, and I screenshot it because David's birthday's Monday. So
nice.
Same age as you and everything.
Yeah, October. This is like my favorite month. It starts to get a little cooler outside. We got the holidays approaching, a lot of birthdays. To me, like Q4 is when it's just kind of the best of the best. So I'm excited for the end of the year. These next 3 months is always fun. So much things going on.
So you guys have a Halloween event.
Yeah, can I plug it? It's
yeah,
be a good
absolutely.
One. You do not want to miss this one. October 18th at the Ray Hotel. They rented out the whole Ray Hotel, which is right on the Atlantic Avenue.
Yeah, I love the Ray.
Hotel.
Great sushi in there.
Beautiful, beautiful venue. They have a $35,000 haunted house they're building on the first floor. This is going to be insane. And then they rented the rooftop and the floor right below it. So it's 3 floors of like different entertainment. They'll have a red carpet, step and repeat, press, media, food, drinks, beverage. $1,000 for the best dressed male and female, so you could win money. I think everyone loves an adult Halloween.
Yeah.
party.
Do you already know what you're wearing?
I'm not revealing it.
No, I know.
I'm not
but
revealing
you probably
it.
know.
I'm not revealing. Honestly, at those parties, unfortunately, I don't get to have a lot of fun and enjoy myself.
You're
it's
working.
like I'm worried about like, hey, is Getty Images there? Is World Red Eye there? Is this person there? So is DJ Scribbles coming in, who's like one of my favorite DJs who I dropped earlier, who I did a gig with on MTV, God, a quarter century ago, and now me and him reconnect, and he's coming in to do it for free. That's what I'm talking about. Like people like that want to know it's a fundraiser, because this whole thing's a fundraiser. He's coming just out of kindness of his own heart to help promote, bring awareness, post. So people like that are just good people. So Scribble will be there performing. A lot of housewives will be there. A lot of athletes. But
No, I need to be there.
1018, the Ray Hotel, Fright Night fundraiser.
So
it's awesome.
How do people? Anyone can go. They
yeah, anyone could go. Yeah, we kind of really open up these events for the community. It's one of those community events. We don't want to leave anybody out. We've picked a big enough venue where we could house a lot of people. So we're expecting, close to 1,000 people this year.
Wow,
so it's gonna be a wild one.
Fun.
Last time we did it was at the Coconut Creek Casino, and they said it was the best event they ever had at the casino. So when they say that, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
So we're excited for that. And it's all giving back to the Boca Ballers 501c3. And what that charity is, it gives kids the opportunity to play sports that maybe don't have the means or the funds to do it. And to me, it's so crucial because I'm a big proponent of sports. You mentioned tennis. I've played sports my whole life. I'm revolved around sports. Kids and young kids that play sports will learn valuable life lessons, taking direction, working as a team, overcoming adversity.
Discipline.
Discipline.
Yeah.
It's endless. It's endless.
Can we agree that competitive dance is a sport?
100%.
Okay.
When I watch all them working as a team in unison and doing that and practicing and they're being judged and they have to, 100% it's a sport.
I know.
It's
For some reason, no one recognizes it as a sport.
I definitely recognize the sport and the time and the dedication, the discipline and the what you have to do from your body and training and the flexibility. Trust me, that might be harder than a lot of the sports we're playing with balls. So sorry.
Somebody needs you again.
Yeah. And listen, I always try to answer my phone when people call because that's like one of my traits. Even if it says unknown or spam, I just try to always answer. You never know who's calling me, who gave my number to someone.
That's true.
So I always try to answer, but we'll get back to people here. I apologize. I should have
No problem. Are you ever like not on? Like, or is this just you? Because I've never seen you. This is kind of
me. I mean, look.
Are you ever like cranky?
No, never. Because I've told you. I mean,
you have gratitude. It seems
so much gratitude. Thank you for recognizing that. I mean, I don't understand. Like, to me, that breath of air is like better than any hit of marijuana or alcohol. I mean, to me, it's just like you're breathing on planet Earth. I live life to the fullest. I never say no. I go. Maybe that's a fault of mine. I just don't want to have any regrets. My friend that's calling me, hey, you want to go lunch? You want to go here? I try to never say no. You never know what tomorrow's going to bring. And to me, I live life to the fullest. I'm a very, very positive person. You could show me a glass that has a little bit in it, and I'll say it's full because there's enough there. So I've just seen so much negativity in the world. I think people focus on negativity. I don't worry about any of that stuff. I block it out. And I see the positive in anything and everything, whether it's a human being or situation. I can take the positive out of it. And I don't know if that's a blessing but to me, that's just the way I live life. I think more people should do that.
That's definitely a blessing. But what do you do if, you encounter a real Karen, as my kids call it?
Usually, look, I'll probably just play along and tease them a little bit. You know what? If Karen, you know what I'll probably do is I'll take a pair of golden glasses, throw these on her face. I don't know if you know this. I've given out over 5,000 pairs of golden glasses.
I feel very left out. I've never received.
Boom.
Oh, my gosh.
Let me tell you why I do this.
I've got the golden glasses.
I do this because
it probably lightens up a mood.
Look, to me, I want to promote giving. And if I'm a big proponent, if you give, you will get in this world. I don't mean you have to donate money. You could just give a compliment.
Oh, yeah.
Give a compliment. Give time. Give a praise. Give a pleasantry. I mean, you will see what it will do for wonders. And I think to me, I think I have a little guardian angel looking over me, whether it's my deceased grandpa or someone. And I think I get that because of just giving back. When you give back, you will get. And not a lot of people give back. Everyone's so focused on themselves and a lot of people are selfish. To me, I get joy out of helping other people. I get joy out of people being happy. I get joy out of other people being successful and winning. I'm not a hater at all. There's enough to eat. Whether you're a law firm, there's enough business for all law firms. Whether you want a girlfriend, there's enough fish in the sea. I'm just saying there's enough for everybody. So I think the hating and the negativity, if you just push it out the window and you focus on the positive, your life will be better and you'll be rewarded. So that's just... Look, to me, should I probably stay home a little bit more and spend a little more time at home? Yeah, but I do an equal balance. Like, I could easily spend time with my kids, have a nice family dinner, hang out with them, watch a movie, and then maybe go out with friends and watch a game. So I think if you can manage your time, you could get it all in. I think people just need to start saying yes and stop saying no, because you will regret it. When you're an old man sitting on that deck swinging, they're like, damn, I didn't go out, I didn't do nothing. Like, I'm going to have no regrets. I mean, I've done it all. Look, if I drop dead right now, God forbid, I'm a happy man. I think that I've taught my sons valuable life lessons to go and live and prosper. But I really have no regrets. I have three goals left in life. One, to go see Israel. I have not been there yet. That is a very bad Jew. Every time I've wanted to go, something happened. We're not
it's
safe.
Always a war, yeah.
So I do want to experience Israel. I will make that happen. Goal number 2, a Miami Dolphins Super Bowl. And goal number 3, hold a granddaughter. I don't know what's going to happen first, a Super Bowl or a granddaughter. With my younger son, I don't know if you've met him.
Yeah, never.
I think he might make. I'm just kidding, but I think I'll have a granddaughter way before we see a Dolphins
you think
Super Bowl.
Zane is going to give you the granddaughter before?
I hope not. But to me, family is the number one thing. I don't post a lot about my kids or family on social media. If you look at my Instagram,
it's all business.
I just to me, I'm not the one that's like, oh yeah, I need to post a picture of my wife and I kissing or my kids. Like, that's just for me and my privacy and my own kind of accomplishments. I don't share that with anyone. I don't think it's anyone's. I don't need to prove anything like I'm in love and have a happy family. It is there.
Yeah.
I mean, my wife and I are one of a kind, and I could break the story right here on the show if you want, because Oprah's wanted it, Ellen's wanted it, but
you heard it here first.
My wife and I, we are the only couple in the world that's been together before birth.
Explain.
What do you think?
Together before birth in a prior lifetime?
We talked about it when we first started here, 1980. It was an October morning just like today. 45 years ago, my wife and I were born in the same exact hospital a week apart. Prior to that, our moms were in Lamaze class together.
Oh, wow.
I'm knocking on the
crazy.
womb saying, who's next door to me? And she's like, it's me, Nikki. I come out next week. I'm like, oh, I'm coming out in 2 weeks. Can't wait to meet you. We hung out our first 3 years together. Our moms were friends after Lamaze class.
Do you
Pictures of I have pictures of us as babies. We went to preschool together. It's just wild. So like
That is wild.
we were inseparable 0 through 3. I moved to Parkland, went to different schools, and then we got reunited after college and been together ever since. So that's a love story.
And she's very beautiful. Very
thank
lucky there. Yeah.
Very, very blessed man to have a wife that's beautiful, understanding, that's confident, doesn't get jealous. Going to a lot of events covering swim week fashion shows and modeling shows and having women all around you and posting pictures, a lot of women would get pissed. But it's like when you're confident and you know who you're coming home with and who you love, like she knows she has nothing to worry about. And so we have a good, strong relationship, and I hope we get to renew our vows for our 20-year anniversary, and I want you to be there.
If you need a band, if you need some live music, we'll learn the hora, whatever we got to do.
I thought you guys were going to book me after I performed that one song with you guys. I thought I was going to be like a cameo. Was I the reason why the band broke up or something? Can we talk about this?
No.
Like,
But you are welcome with the new band, Rock Candy, anytime.
Rock Candy. Yeah. I cannot wait. I am a huge fan. I am a groupie. Wherever you go, I'm following you. You're honestly so talented. I have to just put you on a pedestal.
Well,
what were you going to say?
I was going to say, you might edit this out. I think you've usually been like intoxicated when you've seen me perform.
No, I'm not. Actually, I don't even drink alcohol, believe it or not. You think like this energy is coming from drugs or alcohol. It's not. I'm high on life, girl. High on life. I thought I shut my phone. Listen, my phone rings a lot. Let me tell you why. People don't Google it. They golden it. I've lived in Florida 45 years.
You should trademark this already.
It's just the truth. People call me for everything. It's just like when you're living somewhere for 45 years and you have like, if I just start scrolling through my contacts, like how do you have that many contacts? I have them. So if you need something, you call me and I'll send it to you. I may not have the answer, but I have someone in my phone that does. So don't Google it, golden it. Call me. I could connect you or help you with anything in life.
Don't Google it, golden it. But if you need a workers' comp attorney, just come to me. And if you need personal injury, you go to Berman Law Group.
Absolutely. That is two great choices. And any workman's comp that we get, we don't actually handle in-house. We'll be more than happy to refer that over to you because I know they're in great hands as well. So I'll make sure the whole Berman Law team is sending you guys all the workman's comp cases. But I appreciate you having me come in here. Look, I could talk for hours. To me, I never know when to shut up. I talk a lot. You could have shut me up. You could have muted me by now.
No, because it's like very fascinating to me. So which show should we be on the lookout for? Is Ion South Florida?
Yeah, so I still do. I do coverage for Ion South Florida. I do coverage for a show called the SoFlo Show. Both of those shows are two different entities, and they just cover all the great things happening in Florida. To me, it's just like a hobby of mine. Some people like to go fishing. Some people like to play pickleball, which I do. I like to go to events and cover them and create a good segment that they could use for future sponsors and highlight that. Because like I said, when I was working in the local news, they just wanted to cover like dog bites and murders and crime activity. It's like, Florida's awesome. Like, let's talk about all the great things going on here. There's so many awesome events, and a lot of them are tied to charity events, which I really try to go to. When I won South Florida Young Leader in Philanthropy, it was really an honor for me by Simply the Best magazine. I want to take that and keep helping younger kids and mentor them so they could understand the importance of giving back. I mean, especially here in Parkland. I mean, a lot of blessed kids here, and there's a lot of less fortunate people around here where if you could help the needy or help the less fortunate, you will be rewarded. You will be rewarded. That's not why I do it. I don't do it to like, oh, things are going to happen good for me. I do it out of the kindness of my heart. That's the way I was raised by my parents.
That's awesome. I also started with, broadcast journalism. I went to University of Miami, and I wanted to be like a weather girl or a news girl, a reporter. And the classes were so insanely hard. Really? I was like, I'm done. I'll go to law school instead.
Well, that must have been an experience. My mother went to UM as well. Listen, it's great down there in Coral Gables in Miami. So that's awesome. And you've accomplished so much. I mean, you kind of very similar to me, I think, because you get to do what you love. You get to do great work for people, great mother, great kids. So you and me are very similar, I think, in life. I'm here to help you in any way you can. I'm just looking for more passions and goals kind of now that I could kind of work on right now. So I'm trying to think, like, reflecting is like, oh, I'm about to turn 45. What's kind of my next passion project or my next goal? To me, unfortunately, it's kind of like all my kids. Like in this day and age, I got to make sure they're going to be on the right.
But like
line.
they're almost done with us.
For sure.
It's going very quickly. But I saw a clip of you interviewing some athlete last night. I think it's an athlete.
Yeah, I had the privilege, and this is like just something that comes being in the entertainment industry and building up relationships. I think this, and I'll lead into this, is relationship building. And I think I fail at this a lot. I meet so many amazing people, and then that's it. Where's the follow-up? How do we work together? How do we help each other? How can we continue to grow?
Right.
I need to improve that for sure. I have something in my desk drawer. Someone offered me $10,000 for it once. You open it up, I'm not even lying. I'm talking thousands and thousands of business cards. And they're like, I would pay, that's $5 a card. That's a lead. And I'm like, it is? So I've met just so many people that I've just thrown it in this little, I have a little drawer. I'm telling you, it is filled to the brim of just business cards. This guy's like, I'll give you $10K right now for it. And I was about to do it. I was like, nah, let me just keep it one day. I'll organize it and put it on an email list or text them all. But follow up and building relationships. So what you were saying, you saw me interview athletes, because I've built up so many great relationships with publicists and public relations firms throughout the country because they trust me. They know I'm never going to go in there, say I'm interviewing, hey, Stacey, tell me about, your ex-boyfriend, or tell me about government, or tell me about, I heard you.
Like nothing controversial.
I never go in there to try to expose a celebrity or event or throw a black eye on something. I want to go in there and highlight the good features of it. And because of that, I'm granted media press credentials for pretty much any single event in Florida, which is awesome. So the Jake Paul fight that's going on, I was awarded. I thought I shut this shit down. So the Jake Paul fight that's going on in Florida, I just did all the press for that. So I interviewed Jake Paul. I interviewed Tank, which he bullied me a little bit. I interviewed Jake's coach and trainer. But that's going to be a huge fight. It's going to be like who's who of anybody. So if you want to be seen, go to that Jake Paul fight. That's going to be November 14th in Miami at the Kaseya Center. So that's going to be a good boxing match.
The way I'm going to wrap this up, I did notice, you are a really good interviewer. So ask me something.
Yeah, I'd love to ask you some questions. I think I wanted to know the feeling you get when you're on stage singing live. I think everybody wants to be a rock star. Every athlete wants to be a singer, right? Every athlete's trying to rap.
Yeah, that's
true.
When
you're performing on that stage and you just kind of hear that applause and that energy, can you put that into words? Because to me, that's probably the highest or the most best feeling.
Yeah, so I have described it to people as I really am thinking of nothing else. So whatever pissed me off that day or whatever is on the to-do list, when I am on stage, it just evaporates and I'm like fully present. But when people cheer, part of it, I'm like, why? I'm really not that good. I still like have a little piece of me that thinks like, why do these people like this? But the other thing, it would be kind of like what adrenaline, or like what people say a hit of crack be,
Well, you're so talented. I love watching you perform. I also have a secret club called DWADS. That's Dads Without Daughters. I was not able to make a daughter. My testosterone was just too high.
Your sperm is just too strong.
It was too strong, so I couldn't make a daughter, unfortunately. So I made a club called Dads Without Daughters. It's a bunch of dads that only have sons, and we do some activities and clubs together. I want to know from you, because I'll tell you what, if I had 2 daughters, this hair would be gone gray. In this generation, I mean, how are you not fully, like, how are you even coping? Because the Snapchatting and their inspirations are from the Kardashians to Tate McRae to Sabrina Carpenter. On the way here, I was singing "I Get Wet at the Thought of You." Tears drop down my thighs, and I'm seeing these little girls sing this song. How are you raising 2 teenage daughters?
What about WAP? Like, there's a song. How am I doing it? I have to admit, I think it's part of it is just luck. It's kind of like nature versus nurture. Like, you can do all the right things, and I've still had friends whose kids took a wrong path. A lot of it is who they hang around with. All of our kids hang around together. They are really good kids. We're kind of blessed, but I just can't take credit. Like, one of them she was just born to be like so angelic, and the other one gives me a little run for my money, but she's a great kid with a real passion for her sport. So how do I do it? I'm a little bit of a helicopter,
You are
kind of like
it's all right.
always, but I feel like we all maybe not you, but me, your wife, like we all know what our kids are doing. So again, I think I got lucky partially.
It all comes with the parenting, though. What you instill, what you teach, what they see, it's all a direct correlation in my opinion.
Yeah, but I do give them leeway. Like they're allowed to have Snapchat and all the things. You got to get a little bit lucky and make sure you know what your kids are doing. Like, you know, they can't get away with much these days. I have cameras all over the place. They can't sneak out like we used to do and track them. Life 360, I'm a big fan, but thanks for thinking I'm a great parent. I think they're just good kids.
Absolutely. Well, you're doing a great job. And I really want to learn like how to sing. Like I feel like when I'm presenting or if I'm on a microphone, I feel like I could have a really good voice. It's coming from my diaphragm. I sound professional. But when I try to sing, it's like coming through my throat. I want to get it. I want to get it deep. I don't know. Can you just give me a little tip? Because you know I like to perform. I like to dance. I like to sing. I don't always remember the lyrics. And my voice cracks. How do I get deep in that diaphragm to really belt it out?
It does all come from the diaphragm. So you'd put your hand on your stomach, and when you take the breath, you should feel your stomach like come out a little bit.
Oh, I'm only feeling abs right now.
Well, yeah, those abs. I mean, what I would suggest, I firmly believe, unless you're like tone deaf, which is kind of rare, anyone can learn to sing. You go on YouTube, there are so many videos. I use YouTube for vocal warm-ups and tricks. So if you really want to sing, it can be done.
I tried working with a vocal coach once at a talent show, Jody Langle. I don't know if you know her. She's a local. Ooh, she was a tough one. She did not like me.
Really? But who could not like you?
You know what? Because she was good and she was strict, and I was having a little too much fun, and she meant business. But I think singing is something you can't teach. I think you're born with it, unfortunately. I mean, you could teach a little bit, but you have to have that God's gift.
You have to have a little bit, but I have to tell you, I had debilitating stage fright for a long time. So people who know I'm in a band now that knew me in high school, they're like, what? I did go to performing arts camps and stuff, but I was never like a lead singer. And I had to get over the stage fright. And the way I did it was by singing at my law school graduation. There were like thousands of people. But enough about me. I really appreciate your time, Evan.
Thank you, Stace.
Thank you for coming. This has been fun. Everybody go check out. What is the website?
Yeah, you could listen. If you want to go to evangolden.com, you could find out all my news. I try to update that with things I'm hosting and big events going on. If you want a pair of golden glasses and you're watching this, send me a DM at Golden TV. I'll be more than happy to send them to you. The new 2026 models will have positive quotes and messages.
Ooh, I love that.
On the inside, and I'll continue to give them out. I don't charge them. To me, it's just a way of giving, spreading golden energy. But I appreciate you having me on. You are such a delight, and I only wish what you wish for, and that's really the God's honest truth.
Thank you so much. But I forgot to ask about the Ovaltine commercial real quick.
Listen, I've done so many crazy things on camera, and to me, I've kind of like, I could knock on something and say I kind of accomplished it all. I've been in movies, I've done reality show, I've done commercials. I mean, I was a model at one point. I was a Redken hair model. That's why
you had some good hair.
A lot of the hair's gone now from them. More bleach. But I've had a very successful entertainment career living in Florida. Kind of proof that, hey, you can book a lot of stuff living in Florida, from commercials, films. I highly recommend following Florida Producer on Instagram. His name's Dominic. He's a director, and he's producing some amazing films, always casting right now. So just check out Golden TV on Instagram. I'm always trying to share stuff, other castings, other events, so other people can maybe find something that they might be interested in.
All right. It's a wrap. Thanks.
Let's go.
Thank you, Evan.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Stay golden. Peace.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Success of a Hot Mess. If you loved what you heard today, be sure to subscribe so that you never miss a beat. Until next time, keep rocking those hot mess moments with style and grace. Cheers.